Recently, you might have seen some articles about haze in Singapore, and it's rather confusing. Are we going to experience 2015 again? Watch on, because the answer is not as simple as just about the weather. So, if you have seen this article and just skimmed through the headline, then you probably think that Singapore is likely not going to experience haze this year. Then you saw this headline and you go,
Hey, Simisai, so who is correct and who is wrong?
well, both of them are correct and you are wrong, you bodo. So, what the heck happened? You see, this article wasn't talking about the projected long annual haze. If you even bother to read a little, you'll see that it was focusing on the current spike in hotspots in Indonesia back then, which could potentially lead to a haze. However, it didn't reach Singapore for that period, so we are safe for that period, but not yet out of the woods. Because remember, the haze season is between June to October. And here's the thing, it's now reported that this time we might be seeing haze, not just due to the weather, but because some people are trying to reduce the cost of living. Like, seriously. The Singapore Institute of International Affairs is a think tank that focuses on a few areas, one of which is about the haze. A think tank is kind of like a group of very smart people who research and analyze things, so governments or businesses can make decisions based on their analysis. Think of them like your uncle who always gives unsolicited advice based on his life experience or whatever. But instead of your uncle who just has a PSLE and got his experience from TikTok videos, think tank comprises people with PhDs giving accurate, well-researched advice. So when a think tank speaks, we listen. On 28 July 2025, they gave an analysis of whether we will be seeing haze this year, and well, that's bad news. You see, they usually give a risk ranking of whether there will be a haze on any year. But why look at their report instead of looking at the weatherman's report? You see, the haze is a result of a mix of natural factors and human actions. So the think tank analyzes both and see that for this year, the risk rating is amber. This means there's a medium risk of severe haze affecting Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia for the rest of 2025. Now, last year, the risk rating is green, and if you remember, we had tanked Indonesia for 12 months. But why this year, there's a risk? If you're looking to advertise your business in this channel, we can help you. There are guaranteed views and many big brands have trusted us. Just click on the link in the description. Actually, for the weather, it's still kind of good. It will still be hot, of course, but 2025 is expected to see a milder and shorter dry season, which means by right, if everything remains the same, we can tank Indonesia for 12 months of fresh air. However, the issue is mainly this. The prices of agricultural commodities, which are things like rice, wheat, soybeans, palm oil, fruits, vegetables, and others, are increasing. I mean, I'm sure you know about this. And to reduce the prices, there needs to be more supply, and there is a possibility that in order to meet the high supply so as to keep prices down, deforestation might increase, as it will provide faster land for those crops to grow. And I guess you know how people clear land fast, they burn. So yes, this could potentially be why we are going to experience haze soon. But on the other hand, prices of commodities might decrease, right? How come we become so rich?
Oh no now I sell commodities. Now got more supply of commodities but cause people get used to the high price, I just sell at the same price while I buy at the lower cost price Yeah, I guess some bosses are going to be richer
Yeah, it's unknown whether prices will decrease cause there's a lot of factors, like whether you'll just be in Indonesia or whether big food companies are going to keep the prices high for better profits and whatnot In the meantime, if you are still confused over the sinkhole that occurred in Tanjong Katong last weekend, watch this. And also, follow me on Instagram as I'm posting short exclusive videos there. And thank you for spending almost 4 minutes with me. I really appreciate it and hope you learned something.